Okay, I'm not sure how to do this without making it seem as though I'm shirtless, so I'm going to start out by saying I am wearing a dress, and it's strapless, and that is why it makes it look as though I'm not wearing a shirt. So I'm in the process of creating a book, of writing a book, of making it into being, and I wanted to document my progress as I go along. So that's what this little video diary thing is for. I hope that I'll do this enough, and that, I mean, it's not for anything other than myself, but I'd like to get this for the record that I'm trying something, and in trying one thing, I'm trying another thing by making a video diary thing on YouTube and attempting to put myself out there by doing so. And I hope it eventually goes into something. So, at the moment, as I'm talking to you now, I have exactly 100 words written. Okay, so I'm just going to tell you a bit about what is going to be what I'm writing about currently. I'm writing about this boy named Obsidious, who, if you can tell by the name, lives in ancient Rome, because a lot of people in Rome, they would have, I was learning about it earlier, because I from reading Julius Caesar, I know that they have, not strange names, but they have different names with different endings and stuff like that. And what they do is they have the praenomen, the nomen gentile, and the cognomen. And the cognomen for males, many of the endings of the names, the cognomen's like a nickname type thing, or it's a personal name. So if you know them personally, you would use this, and they usually end in some form of like inus, like type ending, like Flavius or Julius and things of that sort. So his name is Obsidious for that reason. And I'm really, while I only have 100 words written, I'm really enjoying it because I'm learning so much, and I've just only have 100 words. I'm learning about the Roman agriculture because Obsidious, he lives on a farm. His parents are farmers. I've learned about the Roman currency, how they used brass and gold and copper and items like that as their currency, and how it changed throughout the times that, like throughout the ages that Rome was an empire. And I'm finding it very interesting. But back on topic, I'm going to be telling you what the story's about. So it's about this boy named Obsidious, who he finds a portal. Well, my plan is that he's going to find a portal to our world, to present day. I mean, it's not going to be happening right away, but eventually he's going to find a portal into our present day world, which is going to be fun. And he's going to meet characters who have yet to be named, and you know, it's going to be very disorienting for him due to the fact that we have all this technology, and in Rome, while they had different types of technology that allowed them to survive, they had nothing like what we have. They don't know what a computer is, or a video camera, or anything of that sort. So it's going to be I plan for it to be very disorienting, as it would be if we went back then. But this is because I've read books where it's the other way around, but I thought this would be an interesting take on it, and it'll be kind of the backlash of what happens with him coming to our society and then eventually having to go back to his own once his main quest is finding a way back home. And it's basically going to be there's going to be a large portion, a large chunk of the book that's going to be about kind of the backlash that happens when he eventually comes back home with this newfound technology. So I plan for it to be very interesting, very informative on what Roman life was like. So you'll learn about kind of, like, for example, Did you know that the staple crop in agriculture in Rome was wheat? And did you know that it was a very large industry and that it was very necessary and idolized job being a farmer? See, many people wouldn't know that because in our society it's kind of more of a lower type job. Well, at least that's what it's seen, or that's the connotation that many people have about farming. But, in Roman society it was a high job because without farmers you'd have no food. And if you had food, then you'd be able to easily trade with other people. And it's very interesting. So, I'm learning a lot about that, and I hope that many people who read it will. And I think I'm going to try setting up a blog type thing. I might create a Tumblr and post chapters or portions of it as I go along. So I'll link that down there whenever I make it, or whenever I come up with a full-length chapter and make a video about that. So, oh, by the way, hi, I'm Brooke. Should have probably mentioned that earlier. But for now, I'd like to say goodbye. So thank you for watching.